I'm Dustin, award-winning indie filmmaker.
I'm John, a pathetic man-child.
I'm Anthony, and I'm an avid reader, and I don't know how it's pronounced. I've only read it.
We are all best friends.
Our love of stories brought us together.
And with our powers combined, we're the best boys!
All right, welcome back to another fucking Spinner episode. I'm so hype. I'm so hype. I just chin busted the microphone. All right, so I guess it's my turn to spin the spinner.
Yes.
Okay. A line?
Like in between two things, so I
Oh boy.
How do you feel about your result?
I'm excited. I'm very curious as to what you guys are gonna come up with.
Awesome.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Documentary historical.
Ooh.
What are you guys
Okay.
gonna hit me with that one, huh?
I
Time
got
to
a
get
couple.
educational.
Yeah.
I got a couple in the back burner.
See, now I know that you're gonna have a couple. I'm curious as to see what you're gonna come up with, because I know that's not really your bag.
It's really not,
But
honestly.
if there's but I'm curious to see if there's any that you have in mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Documentaries used to be one of my least favorite genres, and it has become.
I just love them.
I grew into it.
Love them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I guess it's deliberation time.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
I'm sad. Why? Oh, I'll tell you about it someday.
Do you know who that is?
Andrew.
You know who Andrew is?
Why did Andrew get killed?
I picked Dear Zachary because I know that Anthony is super into serial killer documentaries and like learning about the horrors of humanity. Really, I couldn't tell you why.
Let me look at me. I'm big, I'm tall, I look goofy.
The guy's a serial killer.
What else is there for
trifecta.
me to be into? I mean, I don't get very many options here, okay? It's like serial killers, video games, smelling weird. That's really it. That's all I get.
No, what the fuck are we talking about?
Dear Zachary?
Oh, we're talking about the movie.
Yeah.
All right, so I was.
Terrible people.
Yeah, we kind of are, because this is a horror of a, but not enough people have seen this, so I think it's okay if we make jokes amongst ourselves, because it spreads awareness for this movie, which is one, phenomenal, great filmmaking as a whole,
It's so good.
so good, but two, this message is really positive. Don't be an asshole. Really, is the moral of the story. I think that's a pretty good moral that people could get behind.
I think we all should do that.
I think we should all do that.
Let's start now.
But fucking the story needs to get out, because it's a really important thing that I think people should obviously look into.
How did you find it?
I was just doing research on documentaries. I wanted to learn more about good documentaries in things that have come out in the past, what the best were, and I was going through multiple lists of okay, what are the through lines, what are multiple layers to documentaries, and on every single list was Dear Zachary, every single one, and I was I've never heard of it, this is insane. Watched it, fucking floored me.
Yeah, I mean, it floored me too. It was. I mean, I didn't know what to expect when you're like, Dear Zachary. I'm like, okay, what do we got? And you're like, I'm telling you nothing.
Going cold, man.
Go in blind.
That's how I
I
went.
was like, okay, and I went in, and what a fucking ride.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of a roller coaster, where you start it and it goes up and up and up, like a typical structure of any story writing, right?
Yeah.
You have your opening, your rise to the climax, your climax,
Boom.
it comes down,
Right.
de-escalation, then your conclusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
This movie started at the top,
Yeah.
and you just plummet.
Yeah.
it is an endless plummet. Like,
Yeah.
it's you get the best, like, oh God, I hate talking about this tragic story and with positive terms, but you get the best part of the roller coaster throughout the entirety of it due to the amazing filmmaking.
Yeah.
The story itself, it pulls you in, it makes you sad, it makes you angry, it makes you furious.
But it also there's a lot of humanity in there too with the victim as well. Like you feel like all the love that people had for him.
Opinionated.
I'd have to point out he was short, but he was a giant of a man.
Really a good storyteller.
He was completely selfless.
Animated.
Kind.
Jubilant.
Caring.
Devilish.
Laid back.
Very approachable.
Can I say things that are not like completely flattering and wonderful?
He had the capacity to have the worst possible gas.
He'd be proud of that, yeah.
He wasn't a saint. He was a hell of a guy.
He was just so intelligent. And,
And it really sucks because like we're talking about a documentary, but like really the structure of this is fucking rock solid as a storytelling like device. They took a thing that was reality, and they framed a narrative around it, which was fucking amazing.
We thought we'd go get Andrew and bring him back to California and get everything organized, whatever, and then kill ourselves, because no point going on. That was the first plan.
A lot of media could skew into more or less glorifying serial killers.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. I mean, I actually just finished watching Dahmer.
Yeah.
And there was a part where I was almost like, I was appalled with myself.
Right.
Because there was a point in the show where I was like, all right, Jeffrey, don't do it. Don't do it. Be better than that. And I was like, what the fuck am I saying? He's a monster.
Yeah.
Like I got furious with myself. I was like, why did they skew him?
Yeah.
And I mean, like they never portrayed him in a good light, but there's a point where they're like, okay, he had a choice, and he did.
They pulled their punch of that. Because like, I hated the fucking Zac Efron movie with Ted Bundy. I hated it.
Oh God, I never watched
it. It was fucking horrid. Because like the entire time, like even in documentaries about Ted Bundy, it was like the entire time they're just like, and he was so hot. He was so fucking hot, dude. Oh my God, Ted Bundy was so hot. He was a hunk, dude.
That's the number one thing that like anybody who ever talks about Ted Bundy is they're like, he was this normal looking hot guy.
Yeah, right. Wait, no.
Wow, it was crazy that he was a serial killer because he wasn't weird looking.
Yeah.
You look nice, partner.
I'm disguised as an attorney today.
No, like everything about Ted Bundy, it was just like he was hot and he was smart and dude, his dick was probably like fucking huge, dude. Like every time. But like this, it's like the inverse of that, where it's just like, you follow the normal people in this story. You don't follow the assholes. And the assholes, you fucking hate the assholes.
Yeah.
They're fucking assholes. And
yeah.
Fucking hot take, people should hate assholes. Hot take. No documentary about a killer is as effective as this, I think. I see media on serial killers as like a circus. And like, I'm not going to deny, I fucking love the circus. You know what I mean? Like, I want to... I want to see all
ringleader.
I want to see all this crazy shit, the weird shit that people like fucking go in their heads just because, like, I don't know, the mommy didn't hug him enough, and now they fucking eat people and fuck corpses. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. Like how
hey, that's Dahmer.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I fucking love that circus, but at the same time, it's just like, every day can't be a circus.
Well, yeah. There's a certain idea that gets in your head about what a serial killer documentary is like. I think this really pushes the label on like how you do a documentary in general. From the basic premise of like how you set it up.
Yeah.
And like I just really want people to know that like
it's unique.
It's unique. Like don't think because we said serial killer that it's like all the other ones. Like I know everybody says that, but give it a chance. Like watch it. It's really worth it.
I wouldn't place it in that category, even though if you argue it logically, it could be just based off of the content. But it's not, because it's built on a basis of love, not on a basis of
morbid curiosity.
It's not based off of morbid curiosity. It was genuinely, or not even that. And like, because a lot of like serial killer documentaries are like, this is for the victims. You know,
yeah,
like
that's bullshit. They don't mean that. This is for the money.
It's overall bullshit, because they say that the people who are making it say that this is for the victims, and then they focus on the fucking monster.
Right, exactly.
They're focusing on the monster, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is for the victims. This is for all those who we lost too soon." Dear Zachary is genuinely comes from a place of love.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, there's really never a time in that documentary that you feel an ounce of like a feel for the perpetrator, like, at all.
Right.
There's never a point where you even totally are with them.
No, and there's no cynical like corporation behind it where it's just like, well, how are we gonna put her face on a T-shirt? You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy to me, because like, honestly, that story could have been spun in that direction.
100%.
It's not like the actual story was lacking people speaking for it. There's full-blown laws that have been changed and movements that have gone on because of it. They could have absolutely went in that direction. But instead of painting the perpetrator as
like a tragic hero, like, oh, they were misunderstood.
Tragic hero, yeah. Because that's what most serial killers are painted as.
Everyone who cared about this guy is the victim. Also, the guy was the victim as well.
Of course, yeah.
But like, everyone who cared about him, like
I think also it goes a step further than just saying a person killed someone and we feel very sad for the victim. It's like, not only that, but it peels back the layers of people who knew the victim,
right?
Like an extension, people who weren't killed,
but
are affected by it.
Yeah, even in the movie where like the ripple effect, where he's talking about like he wants to go around the world and like see all the friends and family this guy had and all this stuff, and then you see the shot of the lake and the ripple of the water.
Yeah,
like that's exactly what this is. You see and feel it. Like there's this, like, it's almost like a Star Wars movie. I know that sounds crazy, but like there's a force. You feel the force. There's magic here.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And the other thing is that it's like, okay, so if we're still comparing serial killer documentaries to this, you know, you may get that one victim's friend that's like, you know, oh, he was a great person, he made you laugh, they were a dancer, they were blah blah blah, they were gonna be this, that, and the third. Full stop. No, that is this movie, is getting to know. Dude, I feel like I was his friend.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he would have been the best man in my wedding.
Yeah, 100%. Fuck you, John.
Yeah, fuck you, John.
Would have been that guy. Well, wasn't he the best man at like 8 weddings?
Yeah, he was. He was the best man in like it was like 8 weddings.
It was several weddings. Yeah.
There was quite a few, and that's saying something.
It's saying something, man. It really fucking is, and it just sucks. Like, I didn't know the fucking guy, and I feel like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went on that emotional roller coaster with every single one of his friends and family.
Yeah.
I'll probably never watch the movie again, because it was that. It hit me that hard.
It's so effective. It's so effective.
So effective.
But it's not, you'll never watch the movie again because you don't want to feel those feelings. It's like the feelings you felt were so potent, there's no need to watch it again. You extrapolated everything that you needed to out of it, that there's like, you know, it's like, oh, I forgot about this part. Like, I don't think there's a single part in this movie that I saw. I've only seen it 2 or 3 times. I've never once, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it happens, like, and it's so raw.
Instead of going to Disneyland, I took acid.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The characters, the people in the movie are so genuine that you, like, not only do you put yourself into their shoes, but like you see your own friends and family in them as well, and you're like, how would my dad react in this way? How would I do it if I was in this person's shoes?
Yeah,
and you're just like, it's just so how human and raw it is.
I think there was at least like 5 to 10 times that I yelled at the TV in the middle of the movie.
Yeah,
I watched it with you guys.
Right?
Yeah. Wrong.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did.
I was constantly yelling at it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like there is like it pulls a lot of emotions out of you, but I think the most effective emotion, and I can't think of a movie that does a better job of this than Rage. It fills me with fucking rage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a movie that fills me with rage, but it's not. It's because they're of love.
Yeah.
You know, you can't feel anger or hatred or rage
until you felt that first.
Until you feel that first, yeah, sure. But like, you have to latch onto something in order to be like, that's not justice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the rage comes from. Is like, this is wrong.
So now, as a documentary, obviously there's a stigma that people have where documentaries are going to be like a History Channel documentary where they're kind of stuffy and they're not very exciting. Even if what they're talking about, the subject matter may be exciting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with the way you execute a documentary. If you aren't doing it properly, your audience is tuning out. Even if it could be the most exciting like event of all time. But
that's my thing. Like documentaries about like war and shit. War is probably the most exciting fucking thing like in the world. Like there's just, it's bloodshed, combat, fucking ideologies clashing. And then you watch a fucking History Channel documentary and they're just like, the Battle of Gettysburg. Like, who gives a fuck? You make this how did you make this boring?
They did do war documentary right in Hornet's Nest though.
Dude, Hornet's Nest is fucking awesome.
Dustin, I don't know if I've talked to you about Hornet's Nest, but it's a father who's been a war reporter.
Right.
He constantly goes over to Afghanistan and Iraq, and he's his son, I want to say he was between like 18 and 20.
He's a young kid.
Really young.
Right.
He was really young, and he was going to go back over to Afghanistan in 2010. 2011, somewhere around there. His son is like, okay, I'm coming with you because I want to know why you've been gone my entire life. I want to know why you do this.
Yeah.
His dad was like, I guess I can't say no.
Yeah.
Or take him to a war zone, but I can't really say no, so let's go.
That's another documentary where it's like a lot like Dear Zachary, where it's like, it's not about like it's about a subject about like, oh, this is why this conflict's happening. It's about love. It's about family.
Yeah, it's not about what they did in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Even though it is.
It's about who was in Afghanistan.
It's about the unit. It's about who was there.
Yeah.
So what do you think the components are that make a documentary fall on the side of exciting and engaging versus boring?
So me as a viewer, if it's gonna engage me, I have to have something to emotionally connect to.
Yeah, absolutely.
One way or another, whether I would say interest is a type of emotion, you know, like it has to grab me. At least for the ones that I can think of, the documentaries I can think of off the top of my head, I emotionally connect with someone. And I feel that emotion throughout it. You know, like I said, Hornet's Nest, Staircase, Making a Murder, Dear Zachary. Those are all ones that I emotionally connected with the subject. I also think that with most of those, they hit you with the ending off the rip, and then you go on you go down the line.
Yeah. They don't start with the end. They're like, listen, this happened. This is a tragedy that happened. And then the story progressed after that.
It kind of starts with a character just like build up.
A little bit, but it's so
in a good way.
In a great way. But like it's so short. I think it's like only 3 minutes long, and then you find out the conflict. Yeah. And you're like, okay, let's go through the conflict, and then it keeps devolving after that.
Dear Zachary didn't start with the end. It starts with the beginning of the end.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe not the end. It starts you with a climactic event. That's I was looking for the wrong word with end. It starts you with a climactic event.
It's the inciting incident in like a
narrative,
in a storytelling kind of narrative. Yeah, it's the inciting incident. This is the event that put everything into motion.
And then this is how we got there.
Yeah, and it's not even this is how we got there. It's like this is what happened after the fact. Documentaries, unfortunately, like most other documentaries, don't have that that kind of structure. Because you know it's reality. You can't fabricate and put shit in. Like Staircase, for example, or actually no. Let's go with Hornet's Nest. they didn't start filming that documentary until it was already too late. But the inciting incident of that was probably a conversation between the father and son that they didn't record. They didn't know it was important.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
100%.
like we just didn't get to see the inciting incident, so they had to retroactively introduce it. You know.
Yeah, they introduced it during their one-on-one interviews with the camera.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a very personal, like heartfelt beginning to something, as opposed to it just being about, the war itself, which
yeah, exactly.
Because I think it's hard to latch onto, like, if as far as emotional investment, it's very hard to latch onto a whole event as opposed to if you're given a piece of it.
Yeah.
Then you feel more intimate about that piece because you get to know that piece,
right?
As opposed to just a large.
You can consider that piece a microcosm of the
exactly.
event.
That's exactly what I mean.
So, like, how did you feel about the documentary? Like, what stood out to you and all that stuff? Like,
one thing that really stood out to me was the editing.
Yeah,
I think the editing was top notch on that.
Yeah,
I don't think there was anything in there that I would say there was a lull. Like,
no,
there was never a point where I felt it dipped at all. Like, it's kind of like if you told somebody a story that you knew was going to get worse, and it achieves just constantly raising the bar for how bad the stakes are for everything.
Yeah.
And it leaves you thinking it can't possibly get worse than this. And you keep thinking this is the climax. No, this is the climax. No, it just keeps going until it gets to the outrage part. And then mainly the outrage is at the end. And that's another thing, going back to what I was saying earlier, is because it was very intimate. It wasn't like when we say serial killer, the perpetrator in this story isn't a mass murderer.
Right.
They have killed people.
Yeah.
And it's more about this intimate situation with these specific not characters, but people that are involved in the story.
Because in serial killer like media, it's always like they're this like primal force, like where it's just like they're plaguing the city or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's interesting, like for Batman.
That's good for a narrative.
Yeah, it's good for a narrative, right? But like in documentaries, they like try to make them like unholier than thou. Kinda. You know what I mean? Like, so it's I don't know.
That's a good way.
And this like grounds that kind of I guess philosophy. It grounds it and makes it pathetic.
Yeah,
which it should be viewed as that. Like I think if the news every day said, like whenever somebody did something bad on the news, if every anchor on the news said, "This asshole arsonist burned down a church," now back to Becky with the weather. Wow, what an asshole, Jim. Every fucking crime would stop. Crime would cease.
I fucking challenge everyone on the internet to watch Dear Zachary and find a way to fucking sympathize.
Right, exactly.
You cannot look at this as every other serial killer, because there are sympathizers. People are like, oh well, maybe Dahmer didn't really do anything wrong.
Fucking Manson.
Maybe Kemper was just misunderstood.
Right.
But you can't look at the person in this movie and go, maybe they didn't do anything wrong. You cannot. You can't do it.
The bile and fucking evil, the negativity that this person like spread throughout, this man's friends, family, fucking throughout, like even to us. We never met this guy.
Sure.
We're not even in the same state, not even close. Half of it took place in another fucking country. But god damn, it had such an effect on us.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I also, like, I dare call it hate propaganda. You know what I mean? Because it kind of, like, it wasn't, let's be fair about this documentary. It was not fair. Fair isn't the right word. It's not the
right word.
It's not the right word. You know what I'm thinking, though?
Biased?
Yes. The movie is obviously biased. But I don't see that as an issue because I don't think there's a counter argument to it.
Right.
Right. And there shouldn't be a counter argument to fucking serial killers.
And I honestly see an issue with bias in everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm a fucking huge sports fan.
Mhm.
I do not want to watch a game with my favorite team where the people are rooting for the Rams. Nope, don't want fucking bias in that. I don't bias in my politics. I don't like it. This is biased. Perfectly fine with it.
Yeah.
Perfectly acceptable. It's the only time it's fucking okay.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Like I don't like it. I like to hear both sides of the story, and even when fuck, John and I argue all the time. You'll probably see it multiple times throughout Best Boys.
No, they won't.
Argue all the fucking time.
No, we don't.
Fuck you. And what's your point of view on that?
No, my argument to that is fuck you.
But like even when we're arguing, I sit there and I try to get myself into his mindset and where he's coming from, and then I still tell him he's fucking wrong. No, I don't like bias, and in this, it's perfectly fine. I never saw it as an issue. I actually didn't even fucking think about it until just now because it moved me so emotionally. I was so emotionally moved. It didn't matter.
But it's not a negative thing. Because, like, if this was more balanced, I hate even using the word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
If they were to try to focus on her upbringing or some shit, like, I think this movie would be lesser. But also, like, who gives a flying fuck? She did terrible things to people. Yeah. Instead of trying to solve her own issues that whatever they fucking were in her past, she didn't do a good job of that, and she spread her fucking evil. She spread it. And we gotta stop fucking doing this to people, where it's just like, well, fucking, he got touched by his uncle. Oh, okay, it excuses him molesting children now. Thank you. Fuck that.
Yep. Fuck that.
All right, so I want to talk real quick about documentaries that fucking horribly miss the mark.
Sure.
At least I think, in my opinion, I couldn't tell what the author's intention really was.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker?
Oh, I just watched the trailer for that, and I was like, that's gonna be terrible.
Have you heard about Kai, the hitchhiking hatchet hero?
This dude went from this heroic, beautiful person to wanted for murder.
Dude, it is so fucking funny.
An absolute bizarre scene here in West Fresno. A man plows his car into a PG&E worker, pinning him against his truck.
Two women are trying to help him. He runs up and he grabs one of them, man. So I ran up behind him with a hatchet. Smash, smash, smash.
And people are like, holy shit, this hatchet-wielding hitchhiker is a hero.
In the trailer, like, it shows, like, the guy, and they try to start, at least in the trailer, they try to start it with, like, something heartfelt.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, so what did you do? And he's like, he looks dead into the news camera, and he's like, first off, I just want to say, it doesn't matter what happened to you, you matter, right? And they're like, wow, nobody expected this hatchet-wielding hitchhiker to actually say something so heartfelt. And then he's like, yeah, man, so this big guy, right? Like, he can, like, break her in half. So he's like, so I just came up with my hatchet, and I was like, bam, bam, biggity bam. Like, it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
How did it make you feel, though, being this viral sensation?
I'm not a virus. I'm a sensation. I'm Kai.
No, because like when that happened in that interview, people are like, oh my God, he's so down to earth and so nice and all this and that. And then like as the thing goes on, they're just like, but he had a dark side. I'm like, the guy who fucking bashed the guy's head in with a hatchet. He had a dark side? Really?
Did he now?
Yeah.
I gotta ask, what is the runtime on this?
It's like 2 hours.
How do you tell that story for 2 hours?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
That literally is like my story about the guy who wanted the volume knob for his leaf blower for 2 hours.
That's insane. That's exactly it.
How do you make 2 hours out of that?
They found a way.
Like, I can't even sensationalize that enough to last an hour.
He wanted the volume up on.
Like, it'd be like that for 2 hours. It was funny, but shut up.
Yeah, no, oh my God. It was so funny. Because people, at the end of the movie, like, the news crew who interviewed him, they were like, I never would have guessed that he was a crazy person. He's a hitchhiking... He had a
hitchhiking in this day and age.
Yeah, he's hitchhiking in this day and age, and he fucking bashed a dude's head in with a fucking cleaver. What are you talking about?
Let me guess. There were drugs involved.
Yes. No, that's the thing. In the documentary,
he sounds like Pauly Shore. Of course there were drugs involved.
Dude, he's like, if fucking Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, like, had a fucking, like, a violent streak in him. That's how this would go. No, so like that's the thing.
Fucking booch.
So that's the thing. Midway through the documentary, like you realize that like the guy was hitchhiking with the guy he attacked. He was hitchhiking with him.
Oh.
He was in the car with him. And then not only that, he fucking they were smoking pot together, and he laced the weed and didn't tell the guy. So the guy was tripping. He caused the event and then saved the day.
That's the worst superhero ever.
It's the what the fuck?
You could tell from the interview that he was high as a fucking kite.
He was high as fuck.
That was not adrenaline that he was on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He was high as fuck. Here's the worst part. He's from New Jersey.
That does suck. I understand everything now.
Yeah, it all checks out. Everything.
I totally understand.
Yeah,
Checked out 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, so fucking amazing surprise, everyone. The guy who fucking bashed a dude's head in with a fucking hatchet was a bad person the whole time. So we went on a fucking journey for that.
Thanks for the synopsis. I'm really glad I did not click play the other.
Do not watch that movie. I forget the name of it, but it was about the Hotel Cortez.
Oh,
yes,
the American Horror Story Hotel.
Oh yeah, it was the Cecilia.
It was the Hotel Cortez in the show, but I don't remember. I know what you mean. I don't remember
the one where she was in the water tank.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Is there a room here that maybe somebody hasn't died in? I never got used to that.
I don't know how long it was. It was long as all fuck. But as soon as it started, and they're like, "Ooh, it was a ghost. It was this." I'm like, she was on drugs.
When everybody saw the footage of her in the elevator, you're like, she was on drugs.
She was on drugs. And then they go like fucking 8 hours or however long it was, and they're like, "Oh yeah, she got in the water tower because she was on drugs."
Talk about burying the lead.
Yeah, I was like, why did I watch this whole fucking thing? I'm so mad. They're going like this ghost conspiracy route, and I was like, no, she was just on fucking drugs.
She kept looking outside the door.
Why is the elevator not going anywhere? Is someone keeping her here?
Her hand movements are very strange and erratic.
Like she's conjuring a spirit.
Dumb.
So many things are just that.
Yeah.
And why all this other stuff?
Why the fuck did you have to put all these bells and whistles just for like me to fucking get? It's like Lost. I was just like, we know it's purgatory. I mean, sorry, spoilers.
It seems even more like you put bells and whistles and didn't blow or ring any of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like fucking Ghost Adventures where they're like, oh my god, what was that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dust. There was dust that went across your camera. That's what that orb was.
Oh,
dust.
I'm so spooked out. I pooped my pants. There's poopy in my pants right now. There's so many ghosts.
I'm back. Come on. Oh my gosh! Zach, come here, quick!
A figure appears to be hiding in the baby carriage, then jumps out as if it's trying to scare Billy.
Oh my gosh! A figure appeared right next to the doorway next to the baby carriage and did a karate chop just like that and then disappeared.
Oh my god, the ghost put poop in my pants. No, you shit. That caused poop to go into your pants.
No, there was a ghost. The ghost pooped in my pants. This is in my poop. It's ghost poop.
No, it's the poopy pants ghost.
It's a poopy pants ghost.
Oh, I swear that I just saw someone right here.
I like bad things too, cause like it's like I get to dissect them and like, oh, this works, this doesn't. This could have worked if they did it this way. This piece doesn't fit. Documentaries are hard because like you can predict them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to make the ending interesting. And how do you do that? The journey, yeah. In my opinion, how you do that is the main character isn't who the victim was or any of that. The main character should be whoever the narrator is or something like that. There's this show that I used to watch. I haven't watched it in a really long time. I really like shows about like unique houses.
Okay.
I fucking love it. Not like that they flip it or anything like that. We're just like, I don't know, a Russian family moves into a house and then all the walls and the paint and the ceiling and the doors are all painted. Everything's painted. Like hand painted, like little tiny brushes. And I love watching shit about that. But how the fuck do you make that interesting? But the host, every week, the guy goes into a new house and he looks at shit. And the host does his best to try to look inside of himself to be like, oh, I love this for this reason.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I fucking love that. I don't know. That's the journey. He experienced something. He's the host. He's the narrator. He's the one who guides us through, the thing. And I know that fucking houses and serial killers are completely different, but like,
so what you're looking for in a documentary is Bob Ross.
100%. If the story can't tell itself, you need that. If it's on a subject matter like fucking houses, like I think it was called Unique Homes or something like that.
Even the title's kind of basic.
Yeah, it's a basic fucking title, but like I don't know, for some reason I love it because I love weird shit. So like what you're trying to do with art is like create something new, unique, and like something appealing that like other people can also enjoy or like get intrigue from or something like that.
Sure.
With documentaries, you're trying to do that. You're trying to make like an interesting illustration or something like that. But you have the confines of a coloring book, right? So the lines are there for the most part. You can't really deviate all that much, but you have to color within the lines.
Mhm.
You can make something interesting, but you can't really
Make something up.
Yeah, you can't make something up. Fucking narrative films, on the other hand, it's a blank sheet of paper. Now, a lot more can go wrong.
Sure.
But you can definitely get more detail into, whatever the picture is. You
Yeah.
can whatever you want the picture to be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I like that analogy. That's
Yeah.
really good.
And just like a coloring book, you can spin it in any which way or
Any way you want.
you can have I'm coloring in a princess, but I made her goth and edgy.
Right, yeah. Do it.
Still a coloring book. You're
Yeah.
still within the lines, but you did your own thing.
Yeah.
So it's still possible to
But-
deviate, and
but
some
she's
people
still a
deviate
princess.
in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Still a princess.
Yeah. What was it that you said earlier, Dustin?
What? Which thing? I
About
said a lot there.
documentaries?
Oh, I said you should have a license to. You should need a license to make a documentary.
Seriously, 100%.
You fucking should.
Yeah, because I don't know how you make the fucking Hatchet guy 2 hours.
Dude, I don't know.
Like, I don't know who listened to that 5-minute story and was like, "That's the fucking Titanic." Like, I don't know who that was.
No, that's this cynical shit. Cause like this Hatchet guy like went viral, and then like all these news people are like, we gotta get him back because he fucking blew up. So it was chasing money. It wasn't like an actual thing that people wanted. It was something that people wanted, but it was for the wrong reasons. It was for money, not for love. Dear Zachary is about fucking love, and it doesn't get enough of it.
I really hope that this documentary gets seen by more people. Honestly, anybody that I meet and I talk film with them and I'm like, "Do you like documentaries? Watch Dear Zachary Going Blind." That's all I say. Watch Dear Zachary Going Blind.
Hell yeah.
That is my number one recommendation for documentaries, and I have a lot that I truly enjoy.
Right.
I have a lot that honestly affected me more. Hornet's Nest for one.
Well, that's very personal to you.
That's very personal to me. I was in the military.
Right.
That was but it affected me more. But my number one recommendation is still Dear Zachary.
Mm-hmm.
Because it will affect everyone the same.
You can't interpret it a different way.
No.
Yeah. Pretty much there's only the one avenue.
There's only one. You only get the one. Like with Hornet's Nest, somebody who's very anti-war can watch that and pull out something different.
100%.
Or I don't know. So people can watch that and pull something else out, but like with Dear Zachary, it's fucking clean. But the reason that I like this, I watched this documentary and it affected me so much that when I'm making a documentary currently, Crescendo, it affected me so much that I modeled a majority of the structure after this documentary. It's so like how the speed of it, how bombastic it can be, like the fluidity of shots, and just how free it feels.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Absolutely.
That's why
No, that's good because it's when something does affect you greatly,
Yeah.
this is how it shows.
For the most part, I like narrative stuff anyway because I like how clean it is, and especially movies. It's like you go in, you tell the little story, you get out. And for the most part, you obviously can interpret it multiple ways, but like there's the author's intention. Like you can deviate, but like the author has like a clear path that he's trying to go with. And Dear Zachary has that. Other documentaries, it's like, because human beings are incredibly messy, other documentaries don't really have that because it's just like always about a war or like this group of people over here, or even a serial killer where it's just like, oh, we're doing it for the victims. It's like, no, you just want to make a quick buck off of fucking serial killers.
I guess, does anybody have any final thoughts on Dear Zachary?
Watch it.
Yeah. Like, you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like, we shouldn't go into detail, but at the same time, I don't think we really need to, because, like, I think with this, people will understand and be able to see the emotional effect that it had on us, because we're usually pretty jovial and, like, jokey and, like, pretty lighthearted. This, like, even though we started out that way, like, it just we couldn't get.
Well, yeah, that's an example. We were, laughing so much that, your face was hurting, and like as soon as we talk about this documentary, the whole mood changed.
It got way serious in a good way, though, because we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, to caveat off of what you said, we definitely did have our jovial moments throughout it, but I'm 100% sure that you're gonna be able to sense the mood change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Watching this throughout, like you can tell once we get back on track, like there's.
Mm-hmm.
Laughter dies, smiles die.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's not the documentary isn't like doom and gloom either.
No.
Yeah.
It's not. It's serious.
It's very serious.
I mean that laughter dies, smiles die because we're thinking of like doom and gloom and tragedy. We're just first time in my life I'm serious.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I like positive and I like negative, but it's got to be in a balance. Like, not even a balance, it has to be a discussion.
That's a good way to put it. A discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does. It has to be a give and take.
Right, yeah. It's otherwise it's just like fucking you're playing poker with a movie, right? And the movie is like, "Ha, look at this. Look at my hand. I have a royal flush. All right, let's play. Place your bets." I'm not going to do that. Like,
yeah.
Movie, I can't win.
I don't have any other words for it. I'm gonna be honest and say this. I was nervous to do this one because I had no idea where we were gonna go or what we were gonna do, and I don't know how. I don't want to be disrespectful, and I don't know how to express what I truly felt, which means it was a pretty powerful emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my closing thoughts, and thanks guys for the great spinner.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's everything for this one.
No.
Thanks everyone for sticking around to watch that, and I hope you go see it.